Oh yeah, I believe I am not going to be here tomorrow, so if you're here for me, you're not going to be happy.
Hey, you still got me? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Turn ban. I'm not sure if that's targeted or not.
That has to be targeted. I don't think Nocturne's warranted of a ban over all the other picks.
Oh my god, Yasuo got a ban. Finally. Rengar gets a ban.
I mean,
all the assassins out.
Yeah.
All these assassins. Pick a Kali. -1. Ban a Kali.
Ban a Kali. +1, yes, +1. I have to agree.
I'll +1 on all my Smurf accounts. All 5,000 of them.
Whoops.
Vayne ban. Alright. Tom Kench. Oh, we Tom Kench ban. They might try to be going for a hard engage team.
I think Tom is definitely a fair ban if either if you just hate him, which I hate him, so I always support banning him because he's annoying. Teemo? You know, Teemo got an
Rammus pick. Who's the other shoutcaster? Who do you think it is? Tell me. Make a wild guess who the other shoutcaster is. Israel. that guy couldn't shoutcast for the life of him. I can't confirm. I shoutcasted with him.
God damn it, Ezreal! Why did you have to reveal that? Yeah, it's Judge Maximus. Please pick up Holly.
If you pick a call, I'm gonna leave this call right now.
Yeah.
So pick a call, trust me.
Yep, just gonna hang up and just. You guys can just shoutcast this yourself. You guys can just watch the stream, just and just make all the LCS play comments. You guys can just go announce this. Yeah, you don't need us because they picked Akali. I mean, yeah. There you go. See, they picked the better Akali. There you go. They picked the Akali 2.0. See, that's fine. That's fine.
Yo, hey Twitch chat. The count per minute are dangerously low. Could you please fix this? Lulu Diana, that's a pretty heavy comp. And then insta-lock Caitlyn and Elise. Alright. So far, these comps are kind of everywhere. Wow, no Kappa spam. Feels bad, man.
So, I think supports belong in the kitchen. Response?
I mean, I think supports should be shot, to be completely honest.
Okay, I can agree with that one too.
Also, anyone who millingly plays support needs to literally just jump off a bridge.
Yep, I think that's fair. Like, I think jumping off a bridge is okay. I think getting shot is okay. If you're not doing that, at the very least, just make sure you're being abusive in the kitchen. That's where supports belong.
Nah, here's the thing. Here's how we put supports. We should put supports into a chamber and then fill it with gas. So, on Red Team, we have a pretty much stereotypical all-female team.
And then Vel'Koz.
Enthusiast. Anyone who's enthusiastic for Lulu is a pedophile and should be shot.
Same with Annie.
Same. Oh, Vel'Koz, yo. What's that round?
Yeah, they have every single other person is a female, and then there's a Vel'Koz.
Oh, gee, I wonder how this is gonna end.
What the hell?
Why the cast are definitely not funny? Because you decided to watch the stream. Dorks? Did you just call me a dork? How? That's rude.
Oops. Let's see.
If you don't want to hear the horrible casting, there's a button called the mute button. That's wait, no, you got to be triggered by my comment.
Why did they have to have Mundo? They ruined it. No.
Somewhere.
Pick another woman.
No, I think Mundo's a perfectly fine option here. Trust me.
Wait. Okay, get this right. Okay, so we have a tentacle.
You know his abilities names?
Huh?
You know his abilities names, right? This looks fine to me. Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Here's the way I see it. You have 4 women. And you have Vel'Koz. You have 4 women. We need a Lowy.
Oh my god. Alright, a Shen. Alright, so let's look at the comps here. We got blue team with a I'm not even sure what these comps are supposed to be. They're like literally just picking whatever the hell they want at this point. Well, okay, actually red team has a decent comp. They have a basically protect the Jinx comp.
Sort of, but I mean, Diana's
Shen.
not protect. Diana's dive. Shen is protect.
Well, they have Shen and Lulu. That's pretty much all you need to protect people.
True. Let's see here. That is definitely true. The question is, can blue team actually accommodate a Vel'Koz? First that team.
Well, he looks like he's mid lane, so who's he gonna be against? Sorry, it's not actually not the worst thing in the world. He can if he ults and they try to dive in, I guess that's the thing. But
yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, basically, Vel'Koz has to fear Diana and Ahri going on him, but Ahri may end up being closer to Jinx. We'll see. But then, as far as actual dives on the blue side team, we have Riven who's going to try to jump on him. But once again, we see a team that could probably deal with that despite her effective strength. So we'll see how Riven plays around Lulu and plays around Shen. We'll see if Shen can get some good taunts off. I think Shen getting good or bad taunts off can definitely decide a lot of these fights. So the question is, with Riven, who will definitely be probably diving in, and Elise, I'm not sure if Elise will be peeling. I'd imagine Riven and Elise are kind of divers. Why? I don't understand why they would pick someone like Vel'Koz with 2 dive-heavy champions like that. So I mean, maybe Elise can try to cocoon someone going in on someone and play that sort of role. That could be a possibility, but I don't know. Blue team's team interests me. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Even if they try to dive on a Vel'Koz, if Vel'Koz can still get his ultimate off, it's pretty much game over. Like, he does so much damage. It's just ridiculous. I've seen support Vel'Koz out damage entire teams. It's kind of stupid.
Oh yeah.
If he actually has AP, he's gonna rip through these people if they're not careful.
Just like support Zyra does that too, of course.
Well, yeah, but you don't see support Zyra that much anymore. These are like Garen is cancer +1. Morgana's Black Shield will definitely be crucial against the Ahri and Diana, just because you can stop the crowd control incoming. You put Black Shield on Vel'Koz, you might be able to get an ultimate off for a fully channeled ultimate off.
That would be definitely good. I feel like Morgana should be Black Shielding Vel'Koz pretty much most of the time. I mean, Caitlyn should be able to self-peel for the most part if she uses her net properly, and traps properly.
What do you mean no tanks? I see an Elise. That's basically their tank. She can help build like one. I mean, she's not really a tank, but
whoever just messaged me on the league client re-messaged me. I accidentally closed it because I have too many tabs.
Let's see. Overall, I'd say that Red Team has the advantage here, but they should still definitely keep an eye out for potential picks from Elise and Riven and Morgana. But I think that Red Team should win this game, depending on obviously how people play. And if it would have been a better pick than Kate, well, I don't know if the AD carry player actually plays that. So, 3 Captain Marvelous.
For Captain Marvelous. A meme that will live down in history.
Uh-oh, we got Colonel J in the chat room. Everyone pack your bags and go home.
Oh boy.
Pack your bags, go home. The fun is gone. The fun is dead.
Delay is about over. It looks like we're about to go in, so we'll see how this goes.
Spoilers. I actually win the game. I'm the secret final boss. You must fight me playing the best champion in the game.
Final boss Vigar?
No. Final boss Vigar is a horrible skin. Come at me if you disagree.
I like White Mage.
Jinx and Diana / Ahri. Yeah, I basically just gotta sit back and let Jinx, Diana, Ahri literally hard carry, because Shen and Lulu can single-handedly support that composition. Please ban BFNA for being racist. +1. You're a racist.
Oh, no. You haven't seen me being racist, and you won't see me saying the stuff that can be. You will not see me saying that on the stream.
Go to the chat room and get them to spam racism.
I am not
back for promoting racist casters.
We do not condone this. We are not doing that. I am not getting into this.
Yeah, we do.
Stop. Don't get me in trouble.
We can get you in trouble. There's no trouble to be had here. There's no trouble to be had here. We're just being normal human beings. I use White Mage Vigar. Disgusting. Holy moly. VFNA hates Jews. Do you hate Jews? Is that actually what you do?
Crap, you caught me.
Wow. I'll have you know right now that hating Jews is definitely a bad thing. Just saying.
I heavily disagree.
Do you now? Tell me more about you hating Jews.
I mean, I think Hitler did nothing wrong.
Is that so?
I'm so glad my family's not watching this. My stepmother's Jewish.
So you're saying you hate Jews when you are a Jew? Okay then. So you hate yourself. Is what you're saying?
I'm not gonna actually get into my actual religion, but because that's not a
It's
conversation.
not a religion. It's also a race. So I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna get into my actual race. There's no way to know what race I am. You cannot prove I'm.
Are you not a cis white male?
You cannot prove it. I will not confirm or deny.
Is that so? We got to invade from our blue team, trying to look for some kills here with that really pretty powerful early game with Morgana binding. And Elise actually has Cocoon. She already ranked up a Cocoon. I don't know about ranking it up immediately.
Yeah, I would have held off on that. If that doesn't pay off, then that could bite them. So
That could spider bite them, and as it were.
yeah.
Aren't I a funny person? Oh, look out! Lulu is that was a horrible Cocoon, but Lulu is gonna have to be to flash away from that. And she walks away. All right. They might have been able to get a kill if Morg or Elise landed their abilities, but they didn't.
I was asked if I was a mutt. Yes, I am a mutt.
Disgusting.
I'm a white mutt. I'm
disgusting. Why are you in this? Why are you in a call with me? Why are you even in a call with me?
I'll go to the gas chamber where I belong.
Man, even the gas chamber is too nice for you. For your kind.
Well, what do you suggest then?
We should put you in a rocket and fly you off to Mars, and then
Okay.
drop on Mars. That's how we deal with you.
So it'll be interesting to see how Elise clears without Cocoon.
Well, looks like she got a good enough leash from bot. That might help a little bit, at least.
Fixed scoreboard. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, we gotta do a special order. So it goes top, jungle, then mid. Yes, okay. The hell? Top, jungle, mid, 80 carry support. We gotta do the same thing in here.
So a Dawn Shield start on Shen will definitely help against Riven. Reduce a lot of her auto attack damage, which is most of her damage in the early game, I'd say. Meanwhile, we've got Elise slowly clearing red buff, while Diana's doing it a little bit quicker. No surprise there, even with different spells, Diana's AoE clear isn't that bad.
Oh yes, no, Diana is definitely. Looks like Shen got the level advantage.
Yeah, Caitlyn did opt to level traps first, which I'm not sure if that applied to anything, but it does mean she's gonna have a lot of traps she can put down. If Morgana and Caitlyn can land their traps together, that's a lot of route duration they can have there.
Oh, looks like Sajay Blue missed the knockup, and Fat Cats will hit the taunt and win the trade versus Riven. Very well done. Also interesting to note that Shen started Dorn Shield and not Cloth Armor versus Riven.
Yeah. Diana is opting to go to the blue buff to try to get that real quick.
Interesting that Diana started topside.
I guess she was a little bit worried about the wards that blue team placed in the jungle. She didn't want to get spotted.
Definitely can't blame her for that. That's definitely fair.
Plus, you never know. Elise could invade you. I don't know how well that would work out, but it might happen.
Oh yeah.
And here we see Grasping Dying being used on Shen. Some decent damage put there.
Wait, does Riven not have a keystone?
I have no idea. I can't tell that.
I don't know how to tell either. Someone said Riven doesn't have a keystone. If that's true.
That'd be interesting. I don't know why I would get for battle in this season, but hey.
I've seen so many Rivens take Deathfire Touch, and I can't even know why. I'm not even kidding you, and I don't know why. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
Because people don't know how to do simple math.
Yeah.
Not realizing that Deathfire Touch actually has literally zero damage.
Yeah, I don't think taking that that tower shot was worth it for Riven there. I think Shen's winning a lot of those trades and being smarter about it.
He's slowly winning because of his sustain, but right now Riven still has the advantage of dueling power here. Meanwhile, bot. Ooh, that was a binding.
That was definitely.
And there's the double trap. If Morgana has a bind, that's going to be a guaranteed trap from Caitlyn as well. So Jinx has to be prepared for that. Elise is finally taking her blue buff while Diana's slowly clearing the Krogs out. Might get her E now. Yep. All right. Here comes Shen trying to get some trade off against Riven. Riven isn't going to do anything in return. She misses the Q, and that's another heal for Shen. Slowly winning the sustain war. Overall, not too exciting early game, actually.
Oh!
Oh, but wait, Diana is going to come in for a gank, do a lot of damage, but Riven will get out because it is Riven.
Yep.
And Riven will have to force it back and teleport back to lane.
Someone was suggesting going down the Cunning Tree for Stormrider Surge on Riven. Yes, I have to totally agree. And then Deathfire Touch, and then Crit Heal. Yes, I totally agree. That is definitely a way to go with Riven. Guys, don't do that, please.
Stormrider Surge isn't that bad for Riven, I'd say, just because movement speed isn't the worst thing in the world, but I don't think it's better than Fervor of Battle.
There you go. It was a joke, but yes.
Oh. Okay. I thought you were being serious here.
Yeah, no. North Scout says, focus on the glorious support play, please. That's the only reason why I'm here. Okay, so my retort to that is, supports belong in the
Okay, let's talk about the support play real quick. Here we see Lulu shielding Jinx for amazing extra CS potential.
Yes.
Wow! Amazing! Here comes Morgana, walking over, just kind of looking to zone. A trap hits Lulu, but who cares about that? We're talking about support.
Supports, yeah.
Morgana trying to get a beautiful position for a binding, but opting to not do that.
We see that both supports walking toward each other, hoping to get auto attack her ass off, but failing to. But she eats one auto attack of her ass.
A little bit as Jinx just landed a rocket. Beautiful damage from Jinx. But here comes Morgana looking for a binding. Goes and hits a minion. Unfortunate play. That was not Morgana's fault. Lulu's for the freaking damage. Morgana takes a lot of damage. Exhaust goes on to Caitlyn, but there's no kill potential. Okay, let's stop doing this because this is actually killing myself.
Yeah, okay, so back to supports belong in the kitchen, so why are you here on the stream for your support main? Oh, this could be a painful gank, but will it work? Morgana's flash is down.
Oh, Diana will not be able to do anything as Diana's early ganks aren't exactly the greatest in the world.
Oh no, she needs level 6. The fact she has applied 2 pretty good pressure ganks though already, pre-6, which is definitely neat to see.
Casters are assassin mains. Yeah, I main assassin, trust me guys. Jarvan, no, not Jarvan. Sion is definitely an assassin, guys. Riven, meanwhile, trying to get some CS here, not really doing much. She wants to call field first. Interesting decision.
I don't think that's bad. CDR, AD, kind of
That's not bad. I don't know. It's different from the other 2 Rivens we have in the previous game who rushed Cleaver. Elise is taking the scuttle, gonna get some extra vision. Don't think she'll gank bot. And looks like bot's collapsing on her. Oh dear. She misses both of her abilities, and looks like she's gonna try to...
Oh, that is not gonna go in her favor. She is dead.
No, she's gonna make it out actually. Nope.
Nope, she's dead. She was not gonna make it out of that. There is no way.
Oh,
the charm misses though. And a binding hits.
Alright, well, they're gonna walk out of that. At least got collapsed on really well by Ari, but here comes Vel'Koz for yet another collapse. This could be a potential double kill if Vel'Koz can land his abilities. That is 1 kill. That might be 2.
And here
was Shen. Will it work? No, here's Shen. No, never mind. Riven stomps her out of it, and Morgana's gonna walk away from Ari. Ari did not have the mana to finish her off, and that actually ended up working out for Blue Team.
So someone was suggesting Stormrider Surge over for battle, so let's talk about that for a bit. The question is, would you prefer to go down to Stormrider Surge? Would you prefer going that deep? Would you prefer the movement speed over all the amount of AD for battle gives? And my thoughts would be, wouldn't you want that massive amount of AD on for battle over Stormrider Surge movement speed?
I don't. There's very little reason to go down that tree in the first place for Riven. Riven he wants to get as much damage as possible, and the offense tree has a lot of increased damage potential from.
And I have to agree.
Or a bounty hunter or oppression, I think it's called. I'm not sure what that one's called.
Yeah.
You want to get damage when they're CC'd. There's the percent armor pen is going to give more in general for you compared to the flat pen that you get in the cunning tree. Not cunning tree. What's it called? What's it called? The support tree, basically.
Yeah.
Whatever that tree is called. And the 10 flat 80 isn't very noticeable, but it's still better than whatever else, what the bandit is going to give you. It's extra gold, sure, but
who cares?
You want to do as much damage as possible for Riven, at least in my opinion. Anyways, Shen will be going for a Sunfire Cape, the only character that I would ever say would have a reason to build Sunfire Cape, as he has no way to wave clear any item.
Titanic Hydra.
Titanic Hydra, if you want to rush that, sure, but why would you want to rush that in most situations? That's the real question here.
You can get a 2nd or 3rd item.
Alright, looks like Elise is going to get caught out. Diana is going to blow her the hell away. And they might try to go for, no they're not. Oh, he's just going to ult back in. That's another kill on Elise. Elise has been really getting shut down here. Unable to get any early game games off. Diana, in the meanwhile, has actually gotten that gank off. Really, well, more like just a counter jungle gank, but still.
Interesting that Diana went with the ward trinket over, or the ward smite over the blue or red smite. Thoughts on that?
It's not a bad item. I think Sightstone, extra vision is never not good. And while blue and red smite are both decent good options for her, it's not like it's. Lulu will be ulting the Diana and getting the free kill onto Morgana.
And here we see Diana just pulling off successful gank after successful gank, even though they
I don't know if she did the ult into Morgana. I guess they probably had a timer on flash or they just, I don't know. Like when you gank with a character with a dash, you usually want to save your dash until after they use their escape spells. But unless they did time the flash, then I don't know if they did. But if they did, then that was fine play.
Yeah.
If they did, then that was, I don't know if I agree with that.
Looks like they will be forcing Dragon off of that, which is the right play.
Yep, Ari will be coming down for this, and Elise is too far away to do anything, so she'll probably just push the mid lane, if anything.
So right now, it seems like Diana is the MVP of the red side team. Who do you think is the MVP on the blue side team? I would say Vel'Koz.
There is no MVP for the blue side. They haven't done anything yet. Elise is going to die once again. Diana takes some damage. Oh, Diana might be killed here. Yep, alright, now
Vel'Koz gets the shutdown.
Alright, well, that was a very good binding from Morgana, getting the free kill onto Diana there.
Oh, Shen's going on.
Absolutely obscene.
So,
Riven is absolutely demolished.
Insight from another one of our viewers, Diamond Overlord, says that red team, he feels, in his opinion, has a much better late game and team fight unless blue can snowball more. And I think they can actually take it easily. His vote is on the red team. Interesting food for thought.
I agree with that. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Look at there's a Jinx on the team. That automatically gives you a better late game than any other game, any other team composition.
Pretty much.
On top of the fact that you have a Shen and a Lulu to support her.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yes. But just walking people. Riven is not able to do anything to the Shen.
I think Riven's not gonna be able to do much for their team at all. I think they're
Riven's a troll. Remake game. Riven troll pick.
Pretty much.
We'll finally go for a gank. Let's level 6, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Shen is going to take a lot of damage here. Will she be able to do anything here? Nope. Riven's going to be able to get the kill here. He ults! What? Why did he? Okay. Alright. I don't know about the ulting, but, alright. Anyway.
Multiple people reporting that Riven does not have a Keystone Mastery, although neither of us can figure out how to view it while spectating. That is,
That's not very good.
That is definitely not good.
Keystones, both, whatever you want to call them, are both very good. Oh, you got some Jinx for rocking her ass. But the fact that you don't have a Keystone automatically puts you at a disadvantage. Especially when Shen had Grasping and Dying, which gives him more damage. So he can just constantly harass her, and what the hell is she gonna do about it? She even rushed Ionians, which...
Interesting that we've seen two top laners actually use Grasping and Dying decently well, Gnar and Shen. The question is, would that make it worth it on Gnar and Shen over the other one, the Bond of Stone?
Well, for laning phase, like I said before, Grasping and Dying is a damage boost, and it's not a bad damage boost. Obviously, that means that if you want to, have some extra damage in lane, it's the best option if you're going down that tree.
Yeah.
Compared to Bond of Stone, which gives relatively average damage reduction by yourself. So, if you want to lane, it's definitely a very good laning phase, Capstone.
Yeah, I think that's a fair way to look at it.
Meanwhile, we have Vel'Koz looking for a gank in the bot lane, potentially. He's like he's going to base. They're not going to be able to find a gank, looks like. Ari is also sitting here. Interesting. But looks like they're just going to both walk away.
Oh, and Jinx gets hit by a binding. But will it go anywhere? The answer is no. Jinx damage is too strong for her to care.
It's not only that. Look at Caitlyn and Morgana's mana. They cannot do anything. They have to just sit back and farm. They have no mana to cast spells, and they just have auto attacks basically. Oh, that was a bad auto attack. CS.
Well, I'm not sure what Elise was planning there. It looks like there was some uncoordination going on.
There was definitely some indecision. She should not be down here right now. They have no mana for a potential gank. They will lose the 3v2 fight.
That feels like that was poorly coordinated. It looks like there wasn't enough communicated. So that definitely shows if they're having a little miscommunications like that, something could be going on.
Vel'Koz himself found Diana, but
does not want to go on that. He should be staying away from that. Because
He seems a little hesitant about doing anything here. Ari is threatening, especially in the 2v1 situation. It's not exactly the greatest thing for Vel'Koz to deal with against two characters with hard CC. He's going to blow up the Diana!
Wow! Here we see a stunning KO!
That is absolutely disgusting.
Vel'Koz has serious carry potential for the blue side team. The question is if he's enough.
If he gets the ultimate off, he will win the fight for them. The question is whether he will get it off.
I don't think anyone saw that coming. That was massive.
He definitely has the potential. He has his passive gives him flat true damage, a lot of flat true damage. So
we can even see in alt chat Diana saying "Holy shit" and still surprises me every time. Even the players themselves cannot believe at the burst.
I cannot believe. Oh, I like this Jinx. Rush the Hurricane for that wave clear.
Is this a new Callista? I think this is the new Callista.
Oh, the binding barely misses, but he doesn't seem to be able to get any auto attacks off. Kind of cancels all back like twice there. That was interesting.
Worth noting that Hurricane worked with rockets to seriously amplify damage for Jinx, so Hurricane being buffed is definitely good for Jinx.
Yeah, yes indeed. We have a Mertred's pickup on Shen. I don't know about that. Oh, they're trying to go in here for some damage potential. There's a lot of poke being put onto Morgana. Mertred's can help against the Elise and
Morgana,
obviously, but we'll see. I don't know if
I don't think he'll need tabbies. I don't think Riven and Caitlyn are enough to warrant it, but I could be incorrect.
No, they are enough to warrant it. It's just whether or not he feels necessary to pick it up. I feel like people are really sleeping on Ionians and on a teleport flash top laner. The fact you can reduce the cooldown from teleport far below what it used to be able to be put down to.
It looks like they're actually going for the Rift Herald here.
Oh my god, Rift Herald! Yo, I cannot believe this. Meanwhile, Red is going to be answering that by going to the bot lane. Though they don't. No, they don't actually. Okay.
All right, and it looks like they got the Rift Herald.
I was going to Riven, which I don't agree with. If anything, it should have went to Elise, and Elise should have just pushed with Riven. But we'll see. Red will try to be taking the tower now. But can they get through the Caitlyn traps? Probably will.
Yeah, that looks like it's theirs. Meanwhile, here we see Riven with the Rift Herald, but it looks like Shen is too durable enough. Looks like Elise is going to come to help. Hits the cocoon.
But can they kill him? They probably will, but let's see. He's going to flash the stun. The sweeper is put down, and they flash, and they're really going to kill this. They really want this kill. They're gonna get it probably, but was it worth wasting all that for the kill? They still haven't been able to use Rift Herald very effectively yet, and they're taking a dragon off this. This is the weakness of the Rift Herald. You're putting so much effort in the top lane that you lose so much into the bot lane.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn ult gets blocked.
The question is losing Dragon worth it? They're definitely gonna have to take this tower. We'll see just how well they can use this. Ari comes up. So the good tell is how much this Rift Herald does. At least taking a ton of damage.
The Jinx ultimate goes out, doesn't hit anybody, but they didn't really get anything off of it.
That doesn't look like it was worth it to me.
They got one kill, and that's it. They lost a dragon and a tower for a kill.
Yeah. So that seems to be the issue with the Rift Herald. Now, as I mentioned before, and I'll bring it back up, when people do lane swaps, so would you have, one top laner in top, and then you have the other top laner go bot lane, and you swap them? That might bring some interesting Rift Herald plays, maybe, but even then you still give up dragon control, so it becomes a question of is it worth it. But I could see maybe in some cases that happening. You might see some teams do it as a niche thing.
I could see it workable if your top laner is a hard push lit pusher like Tryndamere,
who
could easily take advantage of it and actually deal with multiple players coming into his lane. But Riven's behind Riven was behind, sort of. She has 2 kills, but she wasn't really able to do anything with Shen. But even then, she wasn't really. She just couldn't abuse it. They couldn't abuse it because Ari just came up there and pressed one button because the Rift Herald does not give the defensive boosts of the Baron buff.
It only gives the offensive,
which is not really that great. And there's just not much. Like you're just wasting a lot of time, in my opinion. But hey.
Yeah.
They're gonna take the tower here. They're gonna try to take the tower here, anyways. Sunfire Cape is gonna dissuade Shen from going in too much because that's gonna auto aggro the tower. Another reason why I don't like Sunfire Cape.
Looks like
he just takes a few shots, but
yeah.
I take the tower. Ari comes in. That's probably why she ran off, and she's gonna teleport back mid. Vel'Koz gonna get some easy damage here. Oh, Ari immediately ults, tries to get some damage off, does not decide to go in.
A whole lot of nothing just went on.
Probably saw at least there. here comes a Caitlyn ultimate. That didn't do too much. But
No.
that should force it to go back to base at the very least.
Looks like Caitlyn is going Essence River. It looks like she's going for a CDR build on Caitlyn. So she went Essence River, and now she's going into... could be a Shiv, could be a Fire Cannon. Maybe Hurricane.
We see I believe it's going to be an Abyssal onto Diana. Very good pickup against this team. 3 AP characters.
Oh yeah, especially with Vel'Koz being as fed as he is.
Vel'Koz is definitely the biggest threat of the team. He has finished his Leandries on top. That is a lot of burn damage. I'm assuming he has Blackfire Torch, so that's going to be a lot of damage.
Blackfire Torch is definitely a great addition to mages like Vel'Koz and Brand and all the dudes.
Useless on characters like Ari or any burst mage because it just doesn't do anything. Its damage is actually rather subpar if you actually calculate the stats.
Oh yes.
It does. I believe if you have 600 AP, it does 61 damage per second. So that's not exactly the most noticeable thing in the world.
Oh yes.
But on characters that can constantly reapply it in team fights, i.e. Vel'Koz, Brand, then it can eventually out to a lot of extra damage.
I can definitely agree with that.
Abyssal has been finished, and we still haven't seen what the Jinx will build. Looks like our Caitlyn will be going Phantom Dancer after the Essence Reaver, which should help quite a bit. Give her that 40% CDR.
Phantom Dancer is going to help her if someone like Diana dives on her, so that could be good.
But will Diana really go that hard for the Caitlyn? The Vel'Koz
versus the Vel'Koz, yes, that is definitely a good question.
The biggest threat. And while Riven still does have 2 kills regardless of her subpar performance in the top lane so far, so that's still something to keep an eye on.
Oh yes. Right now it appears that the top contributors to Red Team are Diana and I want to say possibly Jinx, and then I want to see that Blue Team is definitely highlighted by Vel'Koz. So these are the picks to watch out for, in my opinion.
Looks like we have some interesting action going on the bot lane. They are looking to do something here, but yeah, they're just going to look for the tower.
Question is if forcing is worth it. We'll see. Red Team's obviously going to respond by taking down mid.
This should be a very quick mid tower. They have no way to react to this. Riven is coming down, but I don't think she'll be able to do anything here.
I think this is a misplay by Riven.
Nope, they're actually pretty scared of Riven, apparently. Riven misses her stun. The charm lands. They're going to go for her. I think Riven's going to die.
Riven died.
Really awkward. I don't know what just happened there. How did that happen? Lulu actually does die to the Caitlyn. And Elise does jump up in the air to boost damage, but here comes Shen. Shen did ult in. But looks like they're going to get the kills off this.
Meanwhile, Red Team gets 2 towers. They're going for a third.
If Red is smart, they will continue to try to stop them from recalling. And even if it costs their lives, they will be able to get the inhibitor off this if they're quick enough.
That was a huge misplay by Blue Team, in my opinion. They tried to force bot tower way too hard. The Red Team made the obvious play of going there. The misplay... So the Red Team was very obvious where they were going. Riven made a horrible misplay and trying to defend all the wrong ways. And
well, it wasn't that she misplayed. I think that the problem was she just got hit by everything. she really just ate every skill shot in the game and missed stun, which was really awkward.
Oh, yes.
While Shen did die, it was worth it because they did manage to get the tower and get out safely, which, considering he's 2 deaths down, was, you know, he's not worth that much gold. So I think it was very much worth it for him to die for that.
Looks like Jinx has Infinity Edge after Ruinans.
You guys stop biasing. Trust me, I am not biasing. I just don't really feel like saying, oh hey, they have a chance. No, they don't.
I'm not biased at all. Bring back pre-work, Ned. Thank you.
Dominion tournaments. Remember when the Dominion communities said they were going to leave because Riot refused to support their game mode? That was pretty funny. Oh! Killing up Lulu. The ultimate damage. While Lulu did ultimate herself, I don't think that was definitely not enough as she just gets melted. It was only 1 kill. Which is the thing. Even if it was just 1 kill, that was a Vel'Koz ultimate. That's his biggest damage output. If it is possible, they could find a kill here. And Elise takes a lot of damage. Morgana takes quite a bit as well. And looks like they're going to go for Dragon. Jinx ult goes off and misses.
I do not know what that Jinx ult was.
And that's going to be a secure. I mean, she was trying to kill either Elise or Morgana. Probably Elise, but Elise was had at least enough intuition to not be there. or was lucky. I'm not sure which. what a emote right there.
I would definitely lean towards lucky.
And looks like Jin's going to go down very quickly. Diana is going to go in here, take some damage, and force a flash. Diana is going to have to leave. They cannot hold this tower. ARAM, Dominion, or TT. Do not. Look. If you're gonna do a new tournament, don't do Dominion.
Why? I think Dominion's awesome and beautiful.
I like Dominion, but it's just such a. It's not really. It's really weird to just shoutcast if you're gonna do shoutcasting.
Oh, and Elise gets caught out and blown up.
He's going in. Vel'Koz ultimate melts Ari into.
And brings down Jinx too.
Diana goes in and do some damage. Gets stunned. Lulu ultimate. Well, Diana's going down. Diana's going to go down as well. Caitlyn tries to survive, but does not. Vel'Koz is the last one standing. Can he get out? I have no idea. Probably not. Flash away anyways.
Oh, that good kiting by Vel'Koz.
Flash misses the taunt. I don't think he's going to get him. And Vel'Koz makes it out fairly comfortably, but the rest of the team got completely smashed by a beautiful jump in by Diana.
Once again, we can see Vel'Koz annihilating the enemy team, but just not being enough. Fully bursting on Ari in a single ultimate, half-shotting Jinx, but his team is just not enough to pick things up the slack.
See, the problem is, when Diana goes in and Lulu ultimates, they need Vel'Koz to melt him, but if Vel'Koz uses his ultimate on one person, he can't do that.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true.
One person, which is fine, but at the same time, using a powerful AoE ultimate on one person. And it's not on a crucial person on the team, which is unfortunate.
That's definitely true. I mean, even though Ari is definitely doing well, and Ari is definitely not doing poorly, Ari is also definitely not the strongest person on their team, which we would attribute to Jinx, and Diana might be considered a bigger threat too. I'm not, but
it's just, while he has the right idea, it's just he's not able to get more than one person his ultimate. Visage has been completed on Shen. That's one of his core items, so he's pretty much finished with his build. At this point, anything else he buys is just extra little icing on the cake, as it were.
I would recommend a Mage Eyes.
A Mage Eyes, yeah, that sounds about right.
I think a Mage Eyes would be a beautiful buy for Shen.
All right, Diana is going to be going Zhonya's. That's pretty obvious.
Diana can Zhonya's through the Vel'Koz ult. That would be good.
That would be very good. Vel'Koz did finish Void Staff, so those match distance purchases are not going to do much against him now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Last Whisper item is being built onto Caitlyn. She'll be trying to. I'm assuming she'll be going to the health one, but we'll see.
Here we see Elise going a very supportive build. We have a Sightstone, which I find interesting that Elise went Blue Smite and not Green Smite, but then built a Sightstone.
Isn't that Teal Smite, technically?
Please stop.
And we see a great headshot by Caitlyn.
And then
ridiculous. Boom headshot. Boom headshot. Boom headshot.
We don't see Elise building hardly any damage, which, while Tank Elise is good, I question not building any sort whatsoever.
I don't feel like building damage on Elise is very good. Pen is the only good set on Elise.
Well, that's what I meant. I mean, like going Rylai's or Leandri's or something like that.
Rylai's, I think, give Pen.
Well, no, but it's just it works with Leandri's.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I don't think you should invest that much into that. Really, I think Haunting Guy is all you really need for damage. Oh, we have a Zeke's on Lulu. That's pretty nice.
At least getting something would be good, even if it was just a Haunting Guys, even if it was just a Leandri's. They have a Shen. I mean, they have people who are health stacking.
Guys and Sorks all you need for damage on Elise. Otherwise, just build pure tank. Cleaver is built onto Riven.
And she hasn't even upgraded her boots into tier 2 yet either. So she didn't even have the Sorcerer shoes, which works with her penetration so well.
Caitlyn's rework was meant to make her a stronger sieger, but she's not being allowed to siege. She's being forced back, unable to push a tower down. That's very ineffective use of Caitlyn, unfortunately. But if they can get while they do have more kills, they're still not able to apply the pressure of having more kills because if you look at the gold, they're still behind in gold despite kill advantage. Which you can attribute to the amount of towers taken, really.
We can see Riven hasn't changed her build at all since the changes. Sorry, there's no Death Stance.
I don't know, Elise. I just said it didn't have pen, but hey, cherry pick more.
Now, my thoughts are she should have built something, whether it's Haunting Guys, whether it's Sorcerer shoes, whether it's any of that. She still has tier 1 boots. She still has, I can't tell, is that Runeglaive? That's Runeglaive. She has Runeglaive. Okay, so that's not much. The Runeglaive is more of a clear item. It's not really much of a damage item. So, like, she doesn't have Sword Shoes. She doesn't have Hunting Guy. She doesn't have any sorts of damage. If you're going to go that much into durability, why would you not pick, like, another jungler? Like, at least, yeah, you built...
Because Ace is one of the best junglers in the game. I don't know what you're trying to say here.
Well, yeah, but...
Here comes Kate. Ori does manage to get out. Barely.
Of course
Good use for Flash and her ridiculously stupid mobility to get out of that very bad situation. Well, it does die, unfortunately, as a result of the interesting team fight that just happened. If you can call it a team fight, more like a clown fiesta.
Yeah, more like a clown fiesta. There we
go.
go.
Fiesta, boys. Riven did finish Cleaver. That should help quite a bit against the Shen. That's about it, actually. And it looks like we'll be trying to take the dragon here.
Ari's even teleporting in to come to their aid. Lulu is getting low.
Yep, Caitlyn is abusing her range to poke people down a little bit. That should help quite a bit.
Vel'Koz is getting some fat poke off.
And there are the traps lined up beautifully. You cannot get past that. But Diana will secure the dragon regardless. That Shen tries to go in, but takes a stun for his efforts.
4 traps showing Caitlyn's new strength, completely walling someone off, anyone from getting through, creating an entire line that you cannot bypass, protecting Vel'Koz, protecting Caitlyn behind those.
But regardless, Red Team still was able to take the dragon, so...
Red Team definitely got the dragon, but that definitely showcases some of the new Kate's potential.
Yes, see, Caitlyn's able to hold down an area decently, but she's not in a position to actually do it. While she does have a lot of kills, yeah, she's not really able to go up and actually finish off any of her targets she pokes down. So
yes.
But we're finally seeing her able to seize tower. Uh-oh, that's not good. There goes Jinx! Gonna just go. And that's what happens when you get blinded against this team.
Shen misses his taunt, Diana dives in. Ari's diving in.
Teleport. I don't think I'll be able to get any more off of this, but that was quite interesting.
Ari ultimate is down, and Diana...
Jinx will be coming up in 20 seconds. They should be able to get the tower with Caitlyn.
Oh, that should be easily theirs if Red Team tries to abuse it.
Do it if... And
Lulu is getting incredibly low.
Looks like Blue Team will take this tower. They have a very good chance of actually coming back into this game. While they do have, yes, I know they have 2 people ahead in kills, but that should be a tower right now. Oh, Jinx ultimate. That should scare them just a little bit. And Diana's going to go in, gets stunned,
and she dies.
No way. They're going in one at a time. This is a very weird play by Red Team right now.
Oh, will that go down?
Shen gets hit by a Vel'Koz Q. Jinx flashes in. Riven's going to take her out for that. No, Exhaust comes down on her, and she will be surviving that. Shen goes down to Caitlyn and Elise. Vel'Koz is just going to walk away. And what the hell just happened?
That was a clown fiesta, as you'd call it.
That is quite the clown fiesta. How is there not a Mikaels yet? I don't know. That's actually a good question. Both teams could benefit from it, actually. More so Red Team, but Blue Team can have a use for it against Shenton, I guess.
As well as we've seen, a lot of Blue Team's deaths come from someone getting either cocooned or from getting Morgana bound. So that means if they're not going to build a Mikaels, they should at least build a Merksim, which keep in mind, Merksim now gives lifesteal too. So I feel like that's definitely an avenue to go. I feel like that their Jinx should actually really consider going Merksim, because not only does it get her out of Morgana binding, but they also buffed it so it has magic resistance. Magic resistance is going to help from...
Magic resistance. It caught lifesteal this patch.
Oh, well, I mean, it already has it.
Yeah, but it already had magic resistance.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware. I know.
It added lifesteal. You said it added magic resistance.
Oh, did I say it added magic resistance? Sorry. I mean, it adds magic resistance to her. My apologies. It adds magic resistance to her, which is going to be good against Vel'Koz and Elise and stuff. And then it also has lifesteal. So I think everything about Merksim would be very beneficial to Jinx.
We'll see if she actually decides to build it, but so far she's just thinking about more damage right now. Looks like Red will once again try to find another push into the encampment of Blue Team, trying to get that inhibitor.
We'll see if they can abuse that early push.
But Vel'Koz's ult is going to go out, not really killing, but he gets interrupted by Shen, but Shen is by himself now. This is a very bad position for Shen. Shen's going to go down very quickly. Down he goes. Riven takes a bunch of damage. Morgana flashes in, and Zonia is going to get a stun on Lulu only. Caitlyn throws an ultimate up. Morgana dies, but Lulu does not. Jinx is going on a rampage, killing everybody, basically. Here the Jinx ultimate is not going to hit. But that should be a free inhibitor. Well, that wasn't really free. They did lose Diana and Shen, but regardless, that was a pretty good fight from Red. The Valkyrie's ultimate didn't do as much damage as I'm sure he was hoping for it to do.
Oh yes,
Shen really put himself in a strange position there by taunting in after the Valkyrie's ultimate wasn't really effective. Regardless, they did win the fight rather well, all things considered. Jinx has a lot of kills and is going to snowball completely out of control at this point.
Oh yes. This is why you don't give a team Jinx and Lulu. That is definitely correct. Jinx and Lulu on the same team is definitely very painful.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's just. I think it's just Lulu in general. Lulu can make any carry really hard to kill.
But then you have one of the most strongest team fight AD carries in the game.
Well, yeah.
So I'm curious on your opinions on the Twitch changes because I haven't seen him played once.
Well, Twitch was changed to make much more accentuated as a assassin, going in, getting a kill, then stealthing away. Wait, hold on a second. We got Morgana gonna get a bind off. Valkyrie should do a lot of damage to this guy.
It's not gonna be enough. That taunt was funny though. That Shen taunt into a wall.
Right into the wall. He just wanted to kiss the wall for a second.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the new...
we got to talk about that because once again, Shen gets stunned again. He's gonna get melted by Vel'Koz. Caitlyn gets the finishing kill on him, but that is huge pressure off of from. That's 42 seconds. They can get Baron off this if they really want to do it. But yeah, those are just gonna clear wards. Shen, at least gets a really good taunt off, or not taunt, binding off.
That's not gonna do anything though.
Yeah, they're not gonna go in because the carries are a bit back. Vel'Koz is clearing mid. Unfortunately, super minions are inhibiting their ability to really do anything at this time.
It looks like they're able to clear them very swiftly with their team, however.
Holy moly, this chat room is this Twitch chat is quite entertaining. I will not lie. They're just gonna push down mid. All right, so Twitch, they definitely accentuated his assassin characteristics by making him have a resetting stealth when he gets a kill. So he wants to go in, get a kill, stealth out, basically. They did nerf his team fighting power, on the other hand, by nerfing his ultimate's duration by like 1 or 2 seconds. That makes him a lot weaker in team fights. So he's more about getting a quick burst kill and then resetting off that by constantly getting ambush resets. Overall, I'd say I think he did get slightly buffed, but I haven't actually seen him enough to play to actually give my actual, say, he's going to be an amazing character. People who still play Twitch will probably still like playing Twitch. He's just gonna feel a little different. The Baron aggro gonna do half of Morgana's health.
I feel Twitch can be an absolute nightmare for someone who is smurfing a low elo as an AD carry main because getting a reset stealth to routinely assassinate someone means anyone who wants to pub stomp as a champion, if they're smurfing a lower elo, I think Twitch would be perfect for them for that.
Wow, Ryder trolling the Twitch chat. You need to stop. I'm kidding. Anyways, Bloodthirster looks like to be the next pickup from Riven. So she's pretty much going to the standard Riven build. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. I'm surprised no Death Dance on Riven.
I would prefer Death Dance over Bloodthirster and Riven now.
But regardless, we got Shen trying to reset the wave, push it back in. She got teleport and ultimate, so he'll be in the team fight regardless. And they're just gonna keep sweeping.
Looks like Shen's building a banner of command. Not a...
with how Shen has 2 ways of getting to the team fight, it's perfectly fine for him to do that. He will be able to push the wave in, get a banner minion on thing. He's actually about to complete it right now, I believe.
I still think Shen is making a very poor decision by not going, of course, the Freelo Xerath portal item. Oh,
of course. How could I forget the greatest item of all time? Voice Staff looks to be the next pickup from Diana here. Which should help against the Elise, most importantly. But so far, it looks like blue team is just looking to wait for the inhibitor respawn. That's the biggest thing that's inhibiting them from really going in. Superman is damaging their next towers is gonna have to force one of them back, and that's...
Elise finishes Deadman's Plate, but still has Tier 1 boots. Interesting choice by her.
Well, Deadman's Plate is one of the best items in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, yes.
Every stat in the game that you would want from an item like that. On top of the... And the Movement Speed should help, at least, the fact that you don't have the Tier 2 boots.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's not the worst thing in the world. Still, Not sure what she'll buy for boots in this situation. Oh man, that is okay. I thought that we were about to get comboed there, but just gonna take some poke damage.
Yeah, if I was Vel'Koz, I wouldn't try to burst Lulu. I would try to save my ult for other stuff.
Yeah, Lulu is not the target here. Lulu is still taking a lot of damage from the Vel'Koz Qs. Jinx is trying to get some poke off. The inhibitor is finally respawned, and Riven is going to try to clear out the wave that Shen pushed in. Red team does have a slight time advantage here. They can potentially get a kill here, but looks like they're still too scared to do it. Morgana makes a risky run right through. Caitlyn's gonna try to get an ult off. Shen ults for some reason. That's a Shen ult down. Shen goes in. I think he realized he made a blunder, and now goes Shen. And here comes Morgana with a flash ultimate. At least misses a cocoon, and they're gonna have to back up.
Oh!
Buff.
That looked painful.
This is an interesting fight so far. They're still trying to find something here.
And meanwhile, Riven is just pushing down bot. It looks like blue team isn't even bothering to try to call her over. It looks like they're not communicating or she needs to join. It looks like they're communicating we're going to stall
they need her
this.
to join because
they're
Riven
not. They're
just forcing them to base.
Exactly. They're just communicating to Riven to push that out.
Let them they're just going to clear out the wards again, which did what they did last time.
Interesting choice by them to have Riven keep splitting instead of joining them and teleporting them and fighting over that, but I think that was definitely an interestingly good call.
Shen was, I don't know what Shen was doing there. He ulted the Lulu who was safe, and then dashed in.
Yeah, that was definitely a questionable play to say the least. That was definitely a questionable play to say the least.
Well, regardless, let's see here. Both, looks like, our Caitlyn has finally finished the rapid fire cannon. That is massive headshot range when she gets a trap hit on somebody.
It looks like Jinx is not going for Mercurial Sim. Now, Jinx is definitely not doing bad in the slightest. I still would think that that might be a good buy versus the enemy team, but,
hey, if it works, it works, huh?
It works, it works.
Still, Caitlyn is not that far behind from Jinx, so...
Oh, not in the slightest.
So even though Jinx is definitely the stronger teamfight champion, Caitlyn still is no slouch in the damage department.
Oh, I have to agree entirely there.
Let's see. Anything else of value here? Vel'Koz looks like probably gonna get his death cap soon. Now he's built pretty much every other item he wants. He might get Zonias or something, or not Zonias,
Ludens.
Ludens, yeah, Ludens potentially, but... Banner command has been used on the cannon minion. They might try to push up with this to get the inhibitor again.
Looks like Riven's trying to create pressure top. She's going to have to come back soon, because their push is going to be strong.
She's going back right now, actually. Meanwhile, bot is pushing back in. She might actually go down there to clear that instead, as her TP is up.
The question is if her delayed presence in a fight with the TP coming in would be acceptable.
Well, they do have quite a bit of potential. At least they're going to take a lot of damage from the Ahri. Ahri's going to try to go in on this, but I don't think there's enough damage to do it. And Ahri's going to have to force back. Her ultimate not really being used to the greatest effect. It does force Elise back, but
I think that was a poor usage of Ahri ult right there. I think that could have definitely been used better.
I feel like after the burst, all she needed to do was just back off. But regardless, both are going to come back. Nobody's going to really do anything with this. Just go back to clearing waves. There's not much to do here. Looks like Dragon is coming up in 8 seconds. That's going to be an objective I think they'll fight for. Riven is in that area, so she could go do it herself. Potentially. Good thing it'll be up in 15 seconds. Pretty much. True, it does have a low cooldown, but it's still using it kind of weird.
Here we see blue team forcing Dragon and just trying to nuke it down for the red team to respond.
Yep, that is a third try. The Jinx ult goes off. Elise is still very low. Did she not back? I don't think he banks yet. Alright. Diana takes quite a bit of damage from Caitlyn ult and the Vel'Koz Q. And they're just gonna push down mid, looks like. Shen is once again basing. I think this is gonna be the longest game we're gonna have today. Surprised. This is the early game meta game, and somehow these games taking a lot longer than I would expect them to.
Definitely interesting to see that, how coordinated teams are making these games draw out a little longer than, or quite a bit longer than we would expect them to, that we've seen all the time in solo queue, which in solo queue people have a harder time closing out typically and competitive. So it's really interesting to see that coordinated fives are actually taking longer to close out than in solo queue. That's not sure if this is just because of a small sample size or what, but definitely an interesting sight nonetheless.
So let's see here. Well, looks like Caitlyn's finished her build. She has finished it off with a Mercurial Scimitar. Opted not to go Infinity Edge. So she's just going to rely on headshots for critical hit damage instead. Ori takes a lot of bad damage. Ori's going to get melted, nearly dies. Vel'Koz does use his ult. Zhonya's is traded for it. Another Elise Binding has landed. Doesn't really do much damage with Caitlyn autos, unfortunately for them.
Good insight from another person. Someone says that they have varied elo and that they're not totally familiar with each other. But even then, even in normals, you see people who aren't familiar with each other. And even in normals, you see people whose elos are quite different because normals MMR is very different from ranked MMR. And so, and yet they still...
Let's see here. What's the gold here?
I have to agree with Diamond Overlord here. So Permafrost suggests that they're not familiar with each other and that they have varied elos, but I don't think that's totally true because you see that in normals all the time too. I think he says his last 3 normals went to 50 minutes. Interesting. That was taking. Okay, that's interesting.
I think it might change over time as people start to figure out the meta. Maybe it'll take longer. Who knows?
Possibly. I think Diamond Overlord has good insight. He says, "I think these games could have been closed out much faster, but they're not being clean with their leads." I think that's
true.
That is true. Yeah. It looks like Jinx did get a Mercurial Scimitar.
She confirmed ghosting on stream. Confirmed.
Banned.
Banned, of course. Banned for toxic behavior summoner.
Yes, but no, it looks like Jinx did go with the Mercurial Scimitar, which should be hopefully strong against Morgana Bind and Elise Cocoon.
Looks like they're just going to ignore them being at the Baron area and just go straight for pushing down the lane. That's going to force them back.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call by them.
Morgana Bind does land, and Shen takes a little bit of damage. He's definitely been taking these up a little bit better since he bought the Banner of Command, which does give a slight amount of magic resistance on top of Visage and Mercs.
The game's not over because ending a game versus Jugger Jinx is freaking impossible with Lulu Shen. Yeah.
Vel'Koz Q does quite a bit of damage, melts Ahri's health bar by almost a half her health. And the bind does land on Shen. That's going to do quite a bit of damage, I think. No, they're not going to really go for harass on him. But Locket was popped, and so was Zeke's. This might be the time to look for something. Oh, Vel'Koz does another Q on Jinx. Zeke's was popped for blues. Are they going to try to go for something here? Caitlyn is getting 3 hits on Shen, doing a lot of damage. Thornmail is not helping against the lifesteal and attack speed of the Caitlyn here. And it looks like they're going to try to find an engage here.
The sad part is I was not even able to tell he had a Thornmail.
And there's a Jinx. Oh no, Jinx did not get stunned. It was Shen instead. Shen's gonna take quite a bit of damage. Ahri goes in. Elise takes a lot of damage. Ahri's continue to go in. Gets Lulu ulted in and Zhonya's.
They have to kill the Vel'Koz.
That's gonna be a stun. Vel'Koz ultimate hits 3 people.
They weren't able to kill Vel'Koz in time. They came so close.
And here comes Riven to take out the Ahri. Maybe no, he's gonna get kited off.
Oh, it looks like she's gonna
But
back
Jinx
off.
does 1v1 the Caitlyn. Morgana is gonna walk out with no health. That was a beautiful Vel'Koz ultimate.
That was so close. They would have. Red team would have completely won that fight if they were able to finish out the Vel'Koz. Once again, Vel'Koz being just too strong for them and just an inch away from death. They threw themselves at him and he barely got off, and once he barely survived, that ultimate annihilated them. If they had gotten just a little bit more damage off, he wouldn't have gotten his ultimate off, and that would have been a very clean team fight won by the red team.
Well, they also did not stack their ultimates very well, or their ultimates. When Ahri jumped in, she immediately Zhonya'd, and Lulu ulted her as well. While that was not the worst play, it still wasn't a very effective use of both the abilities.
Oh, and for sure.
And on top of that, they did follow onto a Vel'Koz, which allowed him to get a 3-man ultimate, which I think is the first one we had in this game, which completely decimated their health bars. Jinx did survive and take out Caitlyn because I believe that Caitlyn just got 1v1 straight up, which isn't surprising considering Jinx is a better 1v1er in my opinion. So, despite that, they won that fight very well.
They need to, they have to find a way to completely kill that Vel'Koz, because the 9-0-10 Vel'Koz, once he goes down, the only other threat is Caitlyn, who, while is definitely a threat, is not going to be insta-killing people. Caitlyn's not going to be insta-killing people, she's going to be killing people over time. Well, Vel'Koz is the one who has the heavy burst potential. Once Vel'Koz goes down, they can coordinate their attacks on Caitlyn, and as long as Caitlyn can't just clean them up, then it should be a game 1 for them. But they have to find a way to get on top of him.
There's another binding. These bindings are constantly landing on the Shen. The Shen cannot stop getting hit by skill shots. The locket is popped. Another time the locket's been popped. Well, I don't know if that's gonna affect the fight. Not like Locket gives it that much of a shielding, but still.
It's definitely something that can make or break a lot of fights, though.
The traps have been placed. There's no one going through that area, that's for sure. And it looks like Dragon will be going to the blue side. They aren't even going to try to contest it here. Jinx ult does go out. Hits Elise for some decent damage, but I'm just going to back up from this fight. Nope, wait. Now, the blue buff seems to be unsure what it wants to do in its life.
That troll blue buff.
I think it's going to die. And blue once again go back to pushing lanes.
I have to agree with Diamond Overlord here, though.
I just did a 2k crit without an IE. Holy moly. Fervor, that wasn't even Fervor. He did go Fervor at battle, the Caitlyn, by the way. That's an interesting thing to note. Riven's gonna go ahead and push out top again. 50 minutes in, still no idea who the hell could win this game.
Red Team's lead mostly came from when they made their poor play, for those who may have been tuning in and out, from the poor play that Blue Team went to pressure bot lane at one point, giving up multiple towers and exposing an inhibitor. And so that's where Red Team's lead has been for quite a long duration of the game. Blue Team's own lead comes from Vel'Koz getting insanely fed through multiple points and insta-bursting people repeatedly. So...
I think it's because a lot of Vel'Koz's kills have been due to the fact that Morgana or Elise have been landing a stun or bind which allowed him to get an easy ultimate kill.
That too.
And he has death cap now. What on his AP is 713. That is quite a sizable amount. A total of 1528 damage. Oh no, 1328 damage. Excuse me. That's quite a bit of damage.
On an AOE ultimate.
As well as the passive stacks on top of it.
Oh yeah. Riven's not there yet. Riven's on her way. Red Team doesn't know this, but it doesn't really matter.
Looks like Shen ults for some reason. What?
Very poorly coordinated. He wanted.
And then Shen's gonna do the same thing again. He's gonna run into it and nearly die. And they're gonna have to walk away from this. They use Locket and they're gonna run away. What?
That was definitely quite the play. I believe that the hope was for Diana to dive in with that, but that maybe it was a misclick.
The game's over apparently.
That was quite the misplay. I wonder if he costed the team the game.
Looks like Baron did get aggro. They take quite a bit some damage from that. Alright, they're gonna try to do Baron now.
Elise is getting incredibly low.
She walks away from that, so Riven, looks like Baron will be disengaged. They're taking quite a bit of damage from the Baron. I don't know if they should keep doing this. They're taking way too much damage from this.
Misplays on both sides from Shen failing.
She is not with them right now. While she does have teleport, she is not with them right now. This can eventually.
We can see a massive array of Caitlyn traps blocking them off. 5 traps right there, just amazingly set.
Another one. Oh, Vel'Koz is going to go for the kill. He gets blown away.
There was nowhere for Diana to go. Completely trapped off.
She can't try to do Baron. Morgana looks for a binding, possibly an ult. But Shen is just going to brave it. Goes for the Vel'Koz, going to get blown away again. No, Blue ult saves him. Ahri's coming in. Jinx ult goes out again. But they still can't kill them. And Jinx does secure Jinx secures it! And Caitlyn dies to Ahri burn. Shen is gonna ult in.
Shen's ult is back up again.
Well, he has enough CDR at this point, but it looks like
enough CDR, yeah.
So far. I don't know if he might be able to... oh! No, okay.
Ooh.
He barriered for some reason there, but that could be the end. That could be the end, as Morgana will be going down here. That Baron was very forced, and they didn't even secure it. That was very, very unfortunate. Looks like Riven and Vel'Koz are the last line of defense. Vel'Koz does have ultimate. He could turn this game around, but I don't know. There is a lot. That is a Jinx fire and Raucous like crazy. Riven looks like trying to get things. She gets exhausted. Vel'Koz needs to get his ultimate off. There it goes. Lulu's gonna go. Oh no, she does not go down. And that's gonna be game.
Everyone survives and Red Team wins the game.
Red Team won the game despite
misplays on both sides going back and forth.
To the Shen ulting for no reason. Regardless, they did win the game thanks to Jinx stealing the Baron. I'm pretty sure that's the main reason.
Yeah, Jinx stealing Baron was definitely the highlight that won them at the end. I think